Welcome to Marketing Monday. Today we are talking about 4 of your must-have social media goals for 2020.
Absolutely. There are a lot of things that can make you feel overwhelmed by social media, but today we're going to focus on the 4 things you really need to be prioritizing for your brand and your business. Tip number 1, you need to know what platforms you're showing up on and why you're showing up on those platforms. Now, for the point of this episode, we're going to speak specifically about Instagram and Facebook. There are lots of other social media that you might be considering including in your mix for 2020, specifically YouTube, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Twitter, lots of options out there. And we really encourage you to not only sit down and focus on what is the demographic of the consumers that are currently on that platform, and then also what forms of media perform the best on those social media platforms themselves. So again, for the point of this conversation, we're going to talk about Instagram and Facebook. Chasey, what are the differences from a demographic perspective between Instagram and Facebook?
So Facebook, your average consumer is 25 years and up, and your Instagram users are average 18 to 24.
So what I hear you say is if I'm speaking to somebody who is over the age of 30, then I need to be focusing on Facebook dominantly and not necessarily Instagram.
Absolutely. They're slower consumers and they like to think about things, and things kind of pop back up in the feed for them. So it's not a here today, gone tomorrow. It's very slow and it's there, it stays evergreen.
Absolutely. So in the world of Facebook, what's important to know about that demographic is that they don't like new features. They don't like new buttons. They're not the most apt to be early adopters. So as Facebook rolls out new features and new functions throughout 2020, what you can do as a creator is focus on an opportunity to capitalize on that, knowing that the majority of consumers on this platform won't be the first to use any feature. If you're brave enough to use the new features as Facebook rolls them out, the algorithm will serve you well. And what I mean by that is the algorithm will always prioritize users who are adapting and showcasing those new features as soon as possible. And tip number 2, you have to have a content calendar. So if you haven't created a content calendar yet, no worries. We've got a jam-packed episode that's going to teach you everything you need to know about creating a content calendar for your business. But in order for you to implement it, you of course need to know what is the goal. Brand awareness versus conversion.
The content calendar is so vital when you are creating your media and planning out for 30, 60, 90 days. You have to know where you are going, what is coming up in your business, to be able to then create your imagery or your stories when you are creating the content for your platform.
There should be 2 ultimate goals that you are setting for yourself when it comes to any form of media for any platform. Are you ready for this?
Absolutely.
1, brand awareness. Now, we have previously thought of brand awareness in the same way we would invest in a billboard or a postcard or maybe the little advertisement on the grocery cart, right? It's seeing your brand more places and then associating it with dominance or professionalism. It can really be anything, right? You want people to think of you, be top of mind. So you're creating content that is simply just for that, to get your logo, get your message, get your brand in front of the consumers. The second goal that you will have when you create any form of media, if it's not brand awareness, it's going to be conversion. You're either asking them to like, comment, share, buy, whatever conversion you're looking for, you are giving them an item to go take action on. So you'll often hear this called a CTA or a call to action, but the goal of that particular form of media would be to convert that user from consuming to doing. And what's most important is that you are batching your content. So tip number 4, you have to batch your content. Whether this is one day you shoot media, one day that you create your content calendar, you have to sit down and be thoughtful in the process of which you're doing this. So before we let you go, we have one more bonus tip. Now this is a good one and I want you to pay very close attention. Get your business card out. I want you to look at it. Now, we just talked about getting intentional about creating content, creating a day that you're going to batch that content, creating focus around the platform and what you're doing and why you're doing it. And you likely have now set intentions for creating content on multiple different platforms multiple times a week. So let me ask you this. The business card you're looking at, does it have your website on it? Probably. When was the last time you updated your website?
I'm actually in the process.
And how long had it been since the last time you'd updated it?
About a year.
How often do you update your social media?
Usually daily.
But nobody has their social media handles on their business card. So look at your card today. If your business card does not include the social media account that you've just set clear intentions, clear focus for, and you intend to show up daily or even weekly, it's imperative that you're prioritizing that social media handle when you're out and you're meeting people, right? If you're in the grocery store and you hand somebody your business card and it's got a website on it with possibly outdated information, would you rather them visit your website? Would you rather them visit your profile that you've spent all this time and money and all the things to create an incredible sense of community and hopefully an opportunity for conversion? That's it for this episode of Marketing Monday. We will see you guys in the next episode.